Welcome to Baja Window to the South. I am your host, Olga Sanchez de la Vega.
And I'm your co-host, Scott Koenig.
And we are at the historic building of Casa de la Cultura.
That's the House of Culture for our English viewers.
Would you like to know what's inside?
I sure would.
Yeah?
Let's
All right.
check it out.
Let's go.
Casa de Cultura de Tijuana. Originalmente se construye en 1929, cuando es gobernador del entonces Distrito Norte de la Baja California, el general Abelardo L. Rodríguez. Sin embargo, se inaugura un año después, 1930, a cargo del nuevo gobernador José María Tapia, quien ahora ya como gobernador del territorio norte de la Baja California inaugura esta originalmente Escuela Álvaro Obregón. Para 1940-1945, la función que tiene esta escuela es la de ser ocupada por el servicio militar, y esto hace que aquí se instale un equipo de radiotelecomunicaciones para interceptar mensajes tanto de aliados como de enemigos. En 1953, este auditorio que está a mis espaldas sirvió como escenario para el Congreso Constituyente del nuevo estado, pues cambió su régimen político de territorio norte a Estado de Baja California en 1953. A partir de ahí, también ha tenido varias funciones este edificio, como escuela, como recinto de cultura, pero es hasta 1977 que se decreta el edificio para la Casa de Cultura de Tijuana. Y es en el 2014 cuando finalmente se aprueba, por decreto también, convertir este edificio en patrimonio cultural de nuestro estado, que tiene entre sus muros talleres de danza, de música, de pintura, de artes plásticas, que ha sido semillero de grandes artistas. Una de las características que tiene esta Casa de Cultura de Tijuana es que es una copia de un edificio escolar también en el estado de Arizona. A diferencia de aquel edificio, este edificio fue construido con ladrillo de color rojo, mientras el edificio de Arizona está construido con ladrillos de color amarillo. Sin embargo, son edificios gemelos con las mismas proporciones, con la misma estructura, con la misma arquitectura. Esta fue la primera escuela construida debidamente con material y dedicada exclusivamente a la educación, cosa que no ha perdido su finalidad al cabo de tantos años, ya que se sigue impartiendo educación ahora desde la cultura. Y bien, amigos, estamos ahora en el recinto que albergó el Congreso Constituyente del Estado de Baja California cuando nace como entidad federativa en 1953. También ha sido un escenario importante. Aquí han pasado figuras de talla nacional e internacional, ni más ni menos. Hace algunos días aquí estuvo en escena nuestro primer actor, Ignacio López Tarso, festejando sus 97 años. La estructura es la estructura original. Evidentemente las butacas y el piso han sido remodelados. Sin embargo, este espacio ha conservado su estructura original desde que fue construido, como lo dijimos, en 1930.
All right, now we're going to go back and join our friend Chef José Sparza at restaurant Cien Años for my favorite insect dish of all time, escamoles, ant eggs. Let's go. All right, so next up, one of my favorite insects, actually, and it's not really an insect, but it's a byproduct of insects.
Exactly.
What are we making now, Jose?
Escamoles.
Escamoles, which are?
Basically, ant. I won't say ant larvae because they're not crawling. Mm-hmm. It's ant eggs.
Ant eggs.
Before they become larvae.
Okay, great. And what are some of the aspects of escamoles? What are some of the flavor profiles?
It's a very it's a nutty taste. Mm-hmm. It's a very fine taste. So you have to be very careful what you mix it with.
Okay.
Because you can lose the taste of it very easily.
Because it's so subtle.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're gonna make them today with butter.
All right. Good butter. Salted or unsalted?
Unsalted.
All right. because that extra salt would, again,
Yes,
taint the flavor of the escamole.
exactly.
Okay.
And as I told you before, when you cook insects and exotic foods, you have to preserve the taste, the flavor.
All right.
I'm gonna put a little bit of onion. Somehow, all Mexican cooking has onion.
I love it.
We're gonna put a little bit of jalapenos also
Okay.
to give it a earthly
A
taste.
little herby taste. Okay. Great. It worked very well with those chapulines we ate
Yes.
earlier.
And then we're gonna put the escamoles.
Here we go with the ant eggs. Look at this. Escamoles. Fantastic. You toss. And Jose, the last time I was here, you flambéed these a little bit. We had a little
Yes.
bit of flame. Are you going to do that this time?
Yes. Okay.
All right.
We're gonna put a pinch of salt,
Okay.
and we don't want them to stir them with anything because they're so fragile that they can break, and the
Okay.
juice will come out.
And then
So-
there goes all the flavor.
Yes. So we just lower it.
Okay.
And
So
we're
just
gonna
give them a
put-
gentle little flip. Here comes some mezcal.
And this is an insect that you can have it when they cook it. You can ask, you want it well fried or tender? Usually like 3/4, almost like meat. You don't want them overcooked because then they're going to be fried and it's going to be just the taste of the butter.
Yeah. You don't want that.
You don't want them raw because it's not very appealing.
Sure.
So medium is what I suggest.
Okay.
If you get the smell.
Let's see. Ooh, wowee. Yes, I get that smell. It smells wonderful.
Yeah, it smells very good.
Okay.
The mezcal is from the earth. So when you take out the alcohol from the mezcal, it's a very herbal. And the escamoles come from the earth. So they get
So they
fused.
complement each
Yes.
other. Okay. Terrific. Yeah, and they actually have to dig into the ground to get
Oh,
these
yes,
escamoles,
yes.
right? It's a very
And the
labor-intensive
ants
process.
are very aggressive. When they start pulling them out, they get the people that do it. They get beaten.
Oh, yeah. Because the
because-
ants are like, don't take my babies.
They're defending themselves.
I see.
And like this, the escamoles are very expensive. The chicatana is the most expensive one of the insects.
Of all of because it's
Yes.
hyper seasonal.
Yes.
There's only that 1 or 2 days per year. where
And
they
then the escamoles, because the escamoles are people love them,
right.
and also they're seasonal. All the insects are seasonal.
Okay.
So
Great.
we're ready.
The smell as you were cooking it is fantastic. So tell me a little bit more about this dish and how it came to be.
Well, this is the king of the insects. It's escamoles. Escamoles are the eggs, hormigas, and the people go and when they go and grab them, they get beaten, and the ants are very aggressive to them. So that's why they're so expensive and so hard to get.
And such a delicacy,
and
right?
Such a delicacy.
You're
Again,
saying the very subtle flavor.
yeah, they have a very subtle flavor. You don't have to put many things on it to preserve the flavor of it because it can go away very easily. Instead of making tacos today, we're gonna make it with some tortilla chips,
Okay.
guacamole, and the way I suggest is a tortilla chip, guacamole, and a little bit of the ants.
All right, let's do it. Olga,
Ah, thank you so much.
here's the guacamole.
Guacamole,
Awesome.
And
Thank
the
you. Excuse
salsa
my
verde.
reach. Oh my
guacamole
God.
first.
Oh. Yeah.
There you go.
It's like the glue
that is gonna allow the other one to come in.
Yeah.
He-
And should we take a sip of mezcal, Jose, to open up our taste buds again
Not
with
for
this
this.
one? Or-
I won't
okay.
suggest this for this.
Yeah.
You can try it afterwards, but it's a very fine taste. So nothing before or after.
I'm so
Oh, God.
excited.
Go,
No,
you
please
go.
eat,
Don't
eat,
let
eat,
me
eat,
stop
eat,
you,
eat.
hon.
No, I'll
All
wait
right.
for you.
I know that's probably hard to do. With
But
the
now I
smell of
know
this, huh?
that first the guacamole and then you add.
Right.
Ah.
And then you got a little salsa on there.
You want some sauce?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Perfect.
without the salsa. I wanna taste
Good.
all the flavors. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It's been such a
Cheers.
long time since I had some. Oh my
Salud.
gosh.
salud.
Salud. Salud.
Salud.
If only you guys could be here. Cien Años. Stop by, try some insects. It's not all they do here, but it's one of the things they do very well.
Ah, yes you do. Cheers to that.
Thank you.
If you're planning on driving into Baja from the US, there's one thing you absolutely must have. That's Mexican car insurance. Our next guest is Geoff Hill. Geoff is here from Baja Bound Insurance, based in San Diego. Very reputable. They've been in business for, since 1994. So they've been around a lot. They know what you need when you're driving down here to be safe and secure. And they're also a sponsor of Baja Window to the South. Geoff, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for keeping us safe.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
That-
So the Mexican insurance is so important when you come to Baja. Tell us why people really need to get that before they cross the border.
Yeah, first and foremost, when you cross the border, your U.S. coverage ceases to exist, at least from the standpoint of liability. Your U.S. company might cover you a short distance for your car only, which is to say if you back into something, ding your car, or if it gets stolen, they might cover you. Depends on the company. But under no circumstances can your U.S. company provide liability coverage in Mexico. So that's where we come in. We're basically a broker for two different companies, HDI and Chubb. Chubb's based in Mexico City, HDI is based in Guanajuato. And so we work directly with these two companies to provide coverage for people so they can travel and feel comfortable and confident on the road.
And then you also make it simple because you have for day, week, month, or the whole year. So can you please tell us a little bit more about some of the clients that you see or you have seen throughout these years?
Yeah, we get a little bit of everything. Folks that are just going down, for a weekend in the Valle, folks that do long road trips that are on the road for months at a time. And then there's folks that have a second home down there or are expats that live down there full time. So we get everything from a single day all the way up to a year. So.
And what are some of the ways that that people can contact you or get a hold of you? Can they do it online? What is the process?
Yeah, so we've been online since 1999, but we also have a staff of 8, so you can do everything from the website. It's mobile friendly as well. You can do it on your phone. And if you have questions or have an issue that you're trying to get a policy, you can call the office, and one of our agents are always happy to help out, and we're available 9 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Beautiful. And what about their license plates? Because obviously they're coming from the United States and they could come from any state in the United States.
We can technically cover any plates from anywhere in the world except Mexico. Because it's
in the
tourist.
world.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, we get people that come over from Europe and they'll bring the car over. And so yeah, we get anywhere in the world except Mexico. We can't insure Mexico.
Probably a lot of Canadians, because I know Baja's
Yes.
a very big destination for people up north of the United States.
Very big for the snowbirds. Yes, they love to get away from the cold weather and enjoy the warm weather in Mexico.
And there are some things that people need to be aware of too that could potentially invalidate their insurance. Is that true? Like if you're drinking and driving, or
Yeah, drinking and driving and drugs, that is a big no-no. And not for our companies, but there are some companies that historically have basically said if you don't have an FMM in place at the time of an accident or something happening, they won't cover it. But HDI and Chubb, we have it in writing. Even if you forget to get your FMM, it's still very important to get it. I get one. I just got one on the way in.
good man.
Yeah, but they would not deny a claim because of your FMM.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And for people who don't know out there watching us, Geoff, what is the FMM?
It's basically, I guess It's not really a tourist visa, but it's basically your paperwork to travel in the country legally. So you can get it for a week for free, or I get one for 6 months. It's $32. So
It's a deal.
Yeah, it's a terrific deal. I mean, for being in Mexico legally, enjoying Baja California, you've got the paperwork you need.
You have your
got the
insurance.
Insurance you need, life is good.
You can just have a good time at that point. You don't have to worry about anything.
Exactly.
And if there are any specifications on any cars?
Any specifications?
Uh-huh.
I mean, we can insure almost anything. And we do get some, racers that have some pretty interesting vehicles.
That's why I asked that question.
So some of the vehicles are so valuable. They've got so much added to them. We can only go up to 100,000 on standard passenger vehicles in value. But then with RVs and a lot of the conversion vans, you're seeing the Sprinter vans that people are buying, and they're making them into a miniature RV. We can do up to 300,000 on those.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here with us. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you for keeping us safe,
Right, yes, thank you very much.
And for simplifying it and making it easy for all of us to just get it, either for the day, for the week, and just enjoy your time when you come to Baja.
Right, and I can vouch for that because when I signed up for my insurance policy with Baja Bound, literally took me maybe 5 minutes online, Geoff. It was nothing, it was easy.
Yeah, we've worked very hard to make the website as user-friendly and as streamlined as possible. So
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Well, now I would like to welcome you to Tacos with Muchachos with our favorite muchacha, and we're going down to Tecate for that is a nice drive.
Yes, yeah, and I had my insurance when I did this segment of Tacos with Muchachos too, so I was all covered. All right, let's go. We'd like to welcome back our next guest. Cleofas Arreola is the head of the Castro-Limón Foundation. It's a charitable foundation here in Baja California that does a lot of really good work, especially for children with cancer. He's got another event coming up in June called Baja and Valle, which will be taking place in the Valle de Guadalupe. Welcome back, Cleofas.
God,
Good to see you again.
Great to see you again.
I
Thank
am-
you, Olga. I'm so excited to be here again, and also to be the first guest to return. I liked it so much that I want to be back more.
All right, great,
Please,
great. Our
thank
first
you.
return guest. So
Thank
tell
you.
us about this event coming up,
Well,
Baja
as you know,
and Valle.
well, I'd like to start by telling you that we're starting our Baja con Quimio campaign. We want to get 1,000 chemotherapies for our children.
Oh, wow.
And as children, kids might get up to 130 chemos per year.
That's
so
a lot.
1,000 will only give us enough for 10 years. We're servicing 67 kids. And of course, as you know, in Fundación Castro-Limón pays for everything. We have a hospital, which is COP. And what we like to do is we like to take the burden of money away from their parents.
Yes.
So one of the things we do, as I told you last time I was here, we do the bike race and then we do other events. But this one is an amazing one because you're gonna love this. It's a fashion show
Ooh la la.
I am so excited about
That's
this
right
one.
up your alley, Olga.
and it's for 1,000 women. And we're gonna have 50 models that come from Ensenada, Tijuana, Mexicali, and San Diego. And we're gonna have clothes from every place, but we're also having clothes from Bloomingdale's.
Oh, really?
They were nice enough to lend us their clothes. And so this is going to be a great way to raise money. All the money that we're going to be taking out of this event will go towards buying chemos. And we were able to do this because Comité Alianza from San Diego,
Yes.
they're actually organizing everything. And I'm talking about Fernanda Vildosola, what's her name? Nancy Lozano, and Giovanna Moreno.
Thank you.
They've been
thank
taking
you.
care of everything, they're organizing everything, and they're also selling chemos. So you might ask yourself, how can I help you? Very easy. You can get a group of friends so that you can get up to $250. That's the cost of a chemotherapy. So you can get a group of friends, 100 friends of yours, or maybe 50, or maybe just by yourself, and donate one chemo. We need, imagine 67 kids times 130 per year. That's quite a lot of money.
Thank you so much. And I know last time you were with us, you were doing the beautiful bike adventure that is so
It was
amazing.
fantastic.
And you mentioned this new one coming, but then there's also the moms and the daughters, and the whole reason is to do that, to just help families so they don't have that burden. And they already are going through so much. So it will be beautiful if you can somehow figure it out and get at least
Right.
one chemo
That'd be
for
great.
a kid
You know,
to get help.
Some
Right.
families get together and they donate one. We have someone who started to sell food to raise the funds. Can you believe that? It's so much
Terrific.
generosity. We're so at awe of these people. So we'd like you to join us for that event. It's going to be fun because after the show, we're going to have some music. You're going to be able to dance and drink some wine.
Of course,
you
it's
know.
the Valle de Guadalupe. You've
Of
got to have
course,
wine.
you
And
have
I'm
it.
guessing, Cleofas, some
And-
really good food.
And these will be held at Bodegas del Valle.
Yeah. Okay.
They're also very generous. They're not charging us one cent. So in order to we can get
That's great.
the largest amount of chemos that we can. And I know you're going to be part of it. So actually, as I'm drinking your coffee with you, I'll get you some wine for that day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds
Hey.
good to me. I'll never refuse wine. So, Cleofas, if somebody can't make it to one of these great events that you guys hold, how can they donate?
Very simple. Just get into our page, www.fundacioncastrolimon.org.
Okay.
And there you'll have all the information, and you can get by PayPal or by credit card. And it's so simple. You know what we're doing? We're changing the world. Because these kids who we're saving, they actually are the future of Mexico. And they'll change
Thank
the
you
world.
so much.
What a perspective.
So I guess that by doing this, we will help the world.
That's
be
right.
a better place.
Well,
One
what
kid
great
at a time,
work.
one chemo
One
at a
kid
time.
Exactly.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
Right? Thank you
Yes.
so much for joining
Thank
us.
you.
I know we're going to.
Now we're going to go to the Mercado Hidalgo, one of my favorite places in Tijuana, where there's all the sights, the sounds, the colors, the smells of the food. I can't wait. Let's go.
From the very first time I visited this place, I knew I will come back. The colors, aromas, and of course the flavor is like a sensory overload. Come with me to explore the Hidalgo market in Tijuana. The Mercado Hidalgo is the place to be. It has everything that you could ever want and even more.
So we went everywhere. We got cajeta, Mexican candies, mangoneadas, the whole 9 yards. You can't beat the cuisine, the culture, and the people. It's really neat to see all the cultures expressed here in this city of Tijuana. And you can see it in the food, in the type of market, the products.
This is my first time traveling to Tijuana with our family, with our kids, coming from California. And I feel very safe just walking around the streets here in Mercado Hidalgo. It's been a beautiful experience.
Founded in 1955, Mercado Hidalgo de Tijuana is a traditional Mexican market where you can find products from Oaxaca, Morelia, Veracruz, Querétaro, and Chihuahua, just to name a few. The market has become a major tourist attraction for visitors, especially residents of San Diego and Southern California. You know, like the server is like a spicy dessert because it has like a chili powder and chamoy, pineapple. Ooh. Really, really sweet. You wanna try it? You need to try it. Here you come to Mercado Hidalgo.
Lo he aprendido a comer aquí, pues nosotros somos de Ecuador y aquí he venido a conocer lo que es los platos mexicanos, todo lo que es la comida, muy rica.
Venimos al mercado y por la comida, por ejemplo, la birria, me encanta, el resto de cositas. Lo que me fascina aquí es las frutas, son frescas y muy deliciosas. Entonces uno realmente dice, cuando venimos de acá, a donde primero llegamos es al mercado.
For Baja Window to the south, I am Cedric Gonzalez reporting from the Hidalgo Market in Tijuana.
Bye!
This is TJ.
And that's another episode of Baja Window to the South. Thank you so much for your follows, your shares, your likes.
Thank you for everything. Thanks for joining us once again for this amazing episode of Baja Window to the South.
See you again next week.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm your co-host, Scott Koenig.
And I'm Olga Sanchez de la Vega. Thank you so much.